Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Epic Thumbnail! Where you can see, now I'm under my beautiful peeps because I only have 3 players tonight. Cave, a newcomer to the channel, but been knowing each other way back, but not seeing each other really often. But now we're playing D&D every 2 weeks together. Do you want to present a bit of yourself as a D&D player or slash DM?
Sure. Hi, my name is Cave. Indeed, our very busy lives have made it so that we haven't been able to play together until tonight. I had my first game of D&D back in Siege. I learned 3.5 way back then, like it's been 15 years ago. Have been on and off. 5th edition has gotten me back into it. I DM'd a few campaigns. I can do the starter set campaign like by heart off the top of my head at this point. I think I've read it like 4 or 5 times. And that's me. I have a terrible tendency for puns, and I will do my best to hold myself back from doing that.
Well, you're playing a character that could actually be linked with these kind of puns, I guess. Do you want to present just a bit the character you'll be playing tonight?
Yeah, I'll be playing the group's grandmother. Her name is Portia Ilots. She's an elderly half-elf seamstress, and the question is, why does an old lady that is close to retirement getting into an adventuring career now? And I like to think that it's never too late to start a new job, so we'll see what it gives. Yeah.
That's perfectly on point. Let me just find back the beautiful art that Mathieu Bertion, the one who
all
also
knits
gave
together.
our in. What?
You could say it all knits together.
Pun's already starting, and we're not even in game.
It's contagious.
So
We'll just be weaving a wonderful tale together.
Yes.
I'm curious what the tapestry of fate has in store for us.
Yes, indeed. So look at this beautiful grandma. This is Portia, and you'll be discovering more of her tonight. And let's go to our usual player, that is actually playing every 2 weeks on Tuesdays.
Yeah,
Ari
now
from
every
the
2 weeks on
Oddities.
Thursdays. Yes. So yeah, pretty sure your viewers are gonna start getting sick of seeing me as much.
Should be good.
But yeah, a little intro. Hi, I'm Ari. It's lovely to be here as always. I've been playing D&D since high school, 3.5 as well. On and off. Really got back into it in the last couple of years. Been on a few streams, which I never planned for. It just happened. Mostly DM'd one-shots as well. Off stream though, because I am way too nervous to DM on Twitch.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe one day.
I'm pretty sure you'll be good at it. And could you present the lovely lady that you'll be playing tonight?
Sure thing. I'll be playing Revna. She's a half elven ish, kind of like a fucked up looking half elf shadow sorcerer. So yeah, she's got innate magical talent, and she's venturing out to the Cerberus assembly hoping to kind of like work on those magical skills and learn more about it.
Yes. And thank you, Ari, for trusting me again with another campaign, since you've been helping with the Mavericks and then joined up in a called Netherdeep. And now, tonight. Well, also did a one-shot on your channel with the Oddities that you can see every Sundays at 7 EST. Let's see on the friends exclamation mark. It's still working. Yes. So every Sunday, Viria, charming and very charismatic warlock. And yes, that would be this. And let's head up with someone who's coming back from the dead from the French campaign, but she was actually playing a dead person. Now she's going to be alive. Playing a lovely character, Viviane. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. That would be my first game in English on your channel, though.
Yep.
Not my first game in English for D&D, but my first game on your channel.
Indeed.
So I've mainly got into D&D as of like the last few years. I learned with Pathfinder, which is more like D&D 3.75. But at the core, I'm first and foremost like a player and DM of like Vampire the Masquerade. But I got back into D&D and Pathfinder.
Yeah, World of Darkness DM that you are. Me playing the nerd, freaking nerd last time.
That's Batman.
And can you present the lovely lady that you'll be playing tonight?
Sure. So I'm gonna be playing Vess, as she likes to be called, although her first name is Vizier. She's not here to make friends, but she's nonetheless a very charismatic and kind of out there persona. She might be a little hard on the trust, but she's a good team player, so we'll see where that goes.
All right. Pretty cool. And, well, it will be for the presentation. I'm Fred, the owner of this channel of Epic Fumbles. This is my fourth campaign on this channel. First with the Maverick that you can see with Friave in the chat right now. Then it was the Shit Eaters, my French campaign that I've done. Now my... No. This is my fifth, because I started Insurrection with Sullen Gale that is in the chat room. Also, my game in French. Call of the Netherdeep was my third. And now starting Cerberus Assembly. Because all these lovely peoples, we made different selection of different faction inside of the Wildmount continent. And most of the people chose Cerberus Assembly in their top 3. So we're moving on that way. You know, the bad guys of the second campaign, and one of the dudes for the spoiler alert third one. If you're doing this with your headphones not working, Viv.
In my head, it worked.
It's okay.
Mind over matter.
So, the Cerberus Assembly, they're magocratic, where you'll be discovering these lovely people. After the setting right now for tonight is after the second campaign, when both sides of Wildmount, let me just go on the right side continent over here.
It's a mount, and it's wild.
Quite a ride.
Oh yeah. And a war has been waging for a while into the dwindling empire, the lovely circle that you can see over here, and what's cut in the middle by another chain of mountain, the Ashkeeper Peaks with Xorhast, where it's mostly monstrous for the dwindling empire, and mostly goblins, hobgoblins, and is actually led by Drow, sorry. That is actually renounced to the evil goddess Loth, but you know, the Dwindling Empire doesn't care about this kind of information. They're all at the same bucket. But
They
tonight...
all look the same.
Oh gosh. It's okay. Every white guy past 30, half of them are bald with a beard. So
I'm just like, no, it's a DM thing.
it's a DM thing. Okay, yeah, me and Jason.
Just like-
So tonight, the story brings us to Rexentrum. Rexentrum, where you can see this lovely city over here. in the middle of the Semni fields where people working for different factions will join up. And we'll start with a good morning. It's still early, and the old bones of Portia cracked just a little bit, but it's okay. She's not that old.
It's a bit humid this morning.
Yeah. Since your position brings you inside the Solstice Academy, being the magic academy set up in Rexcentrum, let me activate the map of this lovely city. Activate. Oh, yes, thank you, Foundry. I fucked up with the vision again. You are, like said on the map, on the academy grounds on R3, inside the middle. Over here. Sun is rising in the horizon. Another day will be coming. And what do you want to actually do to start your day, Portia? Drink a coffee.
Good day starts with a good cup of tea. As I look at from my little window, from a nice little abode, thinking about all the little things I have to do. There are some students that I have to meet up with to adjust their uniforms and whatnot. It's another day, and I look over my shoulder at all my needles, my kits, and tell myself that things are well for me, all in all. I've had my ups and downs, but I think I'm satisfied with what I've achieved till now.
Pretty good. And let me just head you on the map. Tokens will be made for next game.
Okay.
Well, no, for the break, actually. So you're already on the student ground, prepping for your day with your cup of tea. And you're ready to start your day. And a letter wait for you on your desk. To Portia Lilots.
I go towards it. I'm guessing it's a little envelope.
Yes. Well, mostly like a letter that has been sealed, but it's just folded. It's not within an envelope.
All right. I look at it with a bit of curiosity, wondering how it managed to slip its way in here without me noticing. I guess I've been sleeping really deeply as of late. And I break the little seal on it and see what it says.
All right. It's... Oh, where is it? Here it is. It's from an old friend of yours. Well, someone who's been in the academy also for a while. It's signed Conscriptor Jora. You know that he is in a position that he mostly are... Conscription is a harsh word, but is mostly responsible for the training and for handpicking students within the Celtrus Academy to maybe become assets of the Cerberus Assembly and go in further training. And it says the following. My dear Portia, I hope you'll have a good day. I will actually require your presence into the trials of today. It is going to be this afternoon at 2. And be prepared to meet some challenges yourself. I'll explain to you later. your friend, Conscriptor Jorah.
I fold the little letter close, put on the side, think about if this changes things in my little day, what I have planned. Not
You,
particularly.
you can clear off most of your appointment that you would have clearing for the day.
Yeah. I do what needs to be done to clear my little schedule. All the while just sipping on my tea, preparing little notes. Wondering what he could mean as a challenge. Like, what, like I have to sew something very fancy in record time? Okay. I make sure I have all my needles, nothing's broken. I got my whole kit, my thread, my shears are as sharp as they could be.
Perfect.
Then I get back to finishing my breakfast.
All right. On the other side of town. Oh, let me. The import did not work. We'll follow up with Vess. Vess, on your side, you are coming from outside of the city. Entering the main gates. Accompanied by a friend of yours. Well, mostly a traveler. You've known him for a couple of months now. Let me just create the freaking journal entry. To show you this man. Here. Oh, okay, it's over here. Good. Save entry, and here you go. Henselt. You know that he is a cleric of the Raven Queen. And once you come, you've been traveling for maybe a week now. And from what you know from him is that he's coming from the same place as you. And he have some other business inside of Rexentrum. But you were curious about what was going on with the Solstice Academy also yourself. And once you are, let me roll back at the entrance of the... You're at the entrance of this lovely city. Let me drag your actor down here. No, I'm on the wrong page, Fred. Deal with your top screen.
I believe in you.
One day. It's gonna happen. Alright. Oh, it's not even hard to form the D&D Beyond thing. Alright. You stopped in and... Where are you actually going, Vass?
I mean, that is a good question. I'll admit, I'm not really sure myself. Was kind of hoping to see the inside, like the whole mystery shebang thing.
Have you already been to Rexentrum before?
No, actually. I haven't.
I can show you where the central part, but most of the people have special authorization to go deeper within the city.
Yeah, no, I figured you were probably going to be able to show me, like, the gift shop and maybe, like, I don't know, the general vicinity. I was not expecting you to smuggle me into, like, deep secret chambers of magic and, like, arcane secrets.
Too bad. I guess I'll save it for next time we're seeing each other. It's
Yeah,
a
maybe
joke,
you do
Vess.
that actually.
No problem.
You know I can hold you on to that, right?
Yes, eventually. I guess that you'll have what it takes to see those places. You're a capable sort. I'm not judging. It's just that, climbing ranks.
Yeah, I figured. It's just a different kind of rank than the one I already climbed back home.
Through. And, well, let me show you inside of the city. The guards are not pretty. It's the main entrance, so there's no issue going in at this point. And you're going through the mosaic ward, which is a pretty simple place. And as you're moving forward, you see that the next gate there is more guards. Seems that Mosaic is a bit more kind of a lower city, but still manageable. You see that some people have been restricting to this side only. This seems to be with usuals with the guards. Stay back there! And when you comes in, one of the guards stops you and your friend. State your business.
I let him speak just because he's actually the one that knows what the hell he's doing.
Well, my business is that I am to reach the Tangles on the other side of the city, but your entrance is the more pleasuring to see around. And you see that he's not really good at bluffing because he's like, yeah. And my friend here is to be joining the inner circle of the city for what was it again?
Yeah, because I'm amazing at bluffing.
Well, you can say the truth.
What, that I'm sightseeing?
Well, she have business into this the Shimmer Ward to deal with other friend people, magic stuff, outside of our. And he points himself and and the guard from our realm of understanding. And the guard's like, all right, no problem, as long as you keep it quiet. Everything should be fine. Welcome to Rexcentrum. And you let you pass the gates, and you can go forward to the Shimmer Ward.
Once we're out of earshot, I kind of whispered to him, I'm like, I can't believe that worked.
He's just asking for what we were doing, Vass.
Yes, but you were struggling so bad.
But I'm not bullshitting. I'm going to the Tangles, and you are going inside the Shimmer Wards. No?
Yeah, I mean, you were truthful. It looked suspicious.
Yeah.
Next time, just smile a little more. I don't know, might work.
Take a smiley day to you. And it's not my type, Vass.
Works for me.
Okay. So, as you're walking the main streets, and hello to Generation X, and Smiley Bidet. Bidet. How evil are these guys? Maybe not that evil yet. Yet. For now, we have a grandma.
Trustworthy grandma, no issues with her.
And, well, for now, polite lady, that's what we can say. We are at our first session. So stay tuned with us and welcome to the family. As you're going into the Shimmer Wards, well, in front of the gates, and Selt will be. I'll be staying inside the Tangles. I don't think there's a lot of in that sector, so if you seek my help or such, I'll be sitting over there. On this, I'll wish you good luck. And, well, I don't know what would be and he got caught right at the middle of his sentence from, street shouter, that is just screaming, "All right, everybody! Everybody who's gathering up for the trials this afternoon! At 1, meet up at the courtyard, the East Courtyard!" Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Well, good luck to that then. I've heard that they've been doing deadly trials. Toodaloo, and he's just leaving.
Wow.
And as you're walking inside the Shimmer Wards, we will moving up. The camera will just go on the other side and go to one of the new towers where a lovely lady, Revna, would be walking among the street to just look around and look about what all the position inside of the different archmage honing these towers would be friendly or maybe a good acquaintance. But for now, Revna, what would you be doing inside these streets, inside the Shimmer Ward?
Well, I'm mostly captivated with everything going on in the city because I've never been here. I haven't really grown up in a big city like this. So I'm like, wow, magic is amazing. Mages did all of this? Just stop at a stand, maybe buy a little breakfast, and
All right.
carry on.
And as you're walking inside the Shimmer Ward, let me bring you to the actor. Set up the things afterwards. You're walking in between the towers, and you see an old man. That seems to be... Oh, wrong page, Fred. Again. Here. With long robes. Long gray and brown robes. With a long beard and long white hair. A human. And let me just show you this lovely man. Here. Pathway. And now Generation X. The Cerberus Assembly is not sucky. Only specific members of them suck. And you see that he is handful of paper in his hands. And he's having a hard time maybe just grabbing all of those, and some of them fall on the ground. Do you do anything with this gentleman?
Yeah, I'll move up to him and I'll kind of start helping pick the papers off the ground.
Oh, thank you. Guess I didn't took the time to put all of this into my scroll. Like, oh, all right. Let's put it down there and let me take the time of the window, my backpack, and are you new here? I know most of the faces around.
Yes, Yes, I am actually. I'm here for learning magic, I suppose you could say.
Are you part of the Cerberus Academy?
I mean, hopefully.
Are you applying to the Cerberus Academy?
Yeah, that.
All right. Do you have any magical potential inside yourself, little one?
Uh-huh. And I'm just going to uncork the gourd I'm carrying, and I'm going to use the shape water cantrip to just kind of have the water start doing a few arcs within the air, and then
Huh.
back into the gourd.
Interesting. Well, you see, not necessarily, well, Cerberus Academy. Let me think. It would be quite challenging for a newcomer without any training. Are you one of the daring one?
Well, I did come from Jorhas all the way here just to learn. I have a few basics because, I was just kind of like born with magic, and then it's just like, oh, I can do magic. Might as well, try and do things like set fires to trees accidentally, but, just stuff happens. And one of my aunties helped.
Oh, you're coming from Xorhas, you're saying?
Yeah.
You see that his face is like a bit more grin.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's been a bit of tension between our two countries. I get it, but why would that stop me from studying in the greatest place in the world to learn magic? Is kind of what I told myself.
All right. Are you attuned to different kind of dunamancy magic?
No. I don't think so.
All right, we might have to test this out. Well, and you came from Xorhas to here?
Mm-hmm.
By foot?
Yeah. It took a while.
And you survived.
Uh-huh.
She might be able to pass these tests afterwards. All right. Well, there's trials that seems to be not necessarily picked to be part of the Cerberus Academy, but directly from the Cerberus Assembly. Where
I'd really like that.
they are picking up recruits and to see what they could be trained into more specific ways to help Rexentrum and the assembly itself to become better.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I hear they're great mages there, and I'd love to learn from the best.
Let me present myself then. I am Conscriptor Jorah. I am the one that is in charge of these recruits and this trial itself. So, thank you for your help. Can I have your name? And you see that he's taking a piece of paper and just pops up a quill.
Yep, it's Redvna.
Oh, Revna. Any last name? Or
Nope.
Xorhasian doesn't have these kind of stuff.
No, just Revna.
Oh, Revna. All right. Thank you. And multiple students will maybe attending. And these challenges are different for every student, so no need of asking around of what you'd be facing off.
All right. I like a challenge.
All right. I believe it. If you came all down here for that. And we'll wish you great luck in what's to come, Ravna.
Thank you.
Have a great day. I'll see you later. It's going to meet
You
me
too.
in the east section and the east
Okay.
courtyard.
East.
Yes.
Got it.
Have a good one.
You too.
And, are you something like of a team player, or you came on your own? Because these are in teams of 3.
I don't know.
Well, with your attitude, I bet that you'll make friends pretty quickly.
It's
Good
nice
luck.
to hear. Thank you.
As he takes now his stuff that isn't really now well bundled all together and walk a bit further and continue his way to the actual East Courtyard. And once you are just a bit on your own, do you want to do anything in specifics before these challenge?
Yeah, I mean, Revna would walk up to like whichever the first reflective surface she can find.
Mm-hmm.
And she just kind of like observe herself, just kind of like fix her hair a bit, check her teeth. Ha. And then I would like to send a telepathic message to the holder of one of my tokens outside of the city. And I'll just go, I made it. I'm here. I'm ready. Gonna face some trials and learn magic. And she'll just start walking east.
All right. Some students like, okay, she's talking to herself in the mirror. Perfect. And when the time passed by, is there anything that with Vess or Portia that wants to do before the meetup for Portia and Viz for Vess? Maybe your trials, or maybe her chance to know more about what's happening here.
Well, Vess will likely go around like and just land an ear to the ground, trying to like listen about like what exactly are those trials, just to figure out like because she kind of said yes, but she's like, is this really what I'm here for? So she just like she wants to confirm her first impression, and she wants to have a more solid footing of where she's gonna go. So she like listens over to people, not necessarily go towards them, but more like listen.
Are you trying to hide yourself to hear private conversation, or more of the general saying?
More the general, because I do clickling.
Cackling, yes, you do cackling. And let me remove a conscriptor Jorah. As you are walking around and hearing, you will roll the first check of this campaign. A perception check. It's always those. Ooh, for 8. Oh, let me wait a second. Maybe you have like sugar mamas or people in the chat because I forgot to switch. Because yes, people in the chat, you have in a few seconds. I'll be able to give you the rewards that you'll be able to give inspiration dice, a D4, to your favorite players, and or to me, the DM, and a floating inspiration that can make any of them, not me, reroll a D20. Yes, I'm switching it right now, Fravier. I'm switching up right now. So. But for now, 8. 8 perception. You hear the general gossip of the people that doesn't want to like give some secrets or whatever. Wrong page. Epic fumbles. Stream, socials, Twitch, here. Stream board. Thank you. So, I heard there's someone. You heard Sugar Mama? And Allo Pepe, thank you for being here with us tonight for Game 0 with the first batch of this party. 2 other members will be coming in 2 weeks. Let me just ask, just say a hello to Shiza Reno that followed 56 minutes ago. Ghostfigs for throwing Bezos money to her face with a prime. Thank you. Ghostfig is Harry, by the way. And Morween Furbanks for the follow 35 minutes ago. Thank you. Since now everything is said, let me go for the rewards and set it up perfectly for... I think I would have... There's a way to automatically do it. But D4 to the DM, D4 to one player, remove the point fate.
Oh, well, we gotta drink our water.
We have to drink our water. Fine. She wants to spend those points. And you'll see, Frère, I lowered the floating inspiration. They're now 2,000 instead of 5,000 points.
Yeah.
I'm a
Time
benevolent.
for abuse.
I like to be more interactive on Twitch because instead I would just be doing YouTube. So that's why we're doing live stream and have technical difficulties. Right now, the roll for the DM is not up right now. And there's a reroll, and for English people, it's reroll. So you can make me or one of these lovely people reroll their dice for the better or the worst. So everything is it saved now?
Oh, and we've got floating inspiration.
And looking for flowing inspiration. So, what you hear from the crew all around Floating Inspiration, there's still only 2 per games. And if you have a little challenge, might be keeping up later. But you're wandering around, hearing the gossip of what's happening. You know, these challenges are not in magical nature. There are a test of survival, meaning that you'll be confronting to things that you could be encountering in the wilds. But that's what you get with the wandering around here and there. So you already walk towards Rexcentrum, a civilized world. Maybe you'll meet something else from outside. So that's what Vass catching up before her own things, and we'll go now Portia.
I finished sipping my tea. I'm thinking about what sort of challenge might come my way, and considering the trials underway, I'm telling myself maybe there'll be a lot of injured youth that will need assistance, and an extra pair of hands will be needed for this whole affair. So I look at my sewing machine, this little like hand cranked wheel with needles and all, and I nod at it, and I run my hands over it as I infuse a bit of arcane energy and use what little arcane knowledge I have to make a homunculus servant out of it.
Ooh, look at you going straight for the homunculus. Does it take any specific components?
It does take 100 GP, so if I don't have 100 GP, I just run my fingers over it and I tell myself I do not have life savings.
Well, actually, I was about to give all of you the equivalent of 100 GP because you're level 2 and you're not level 1. So technically, you would have accumulated a bit of gold, wandering here and there, doing jobs or whatsoever, because you are not a newbie level 1. And also, Solon Gale is giving a +1 D4 to the old lady.
Thank you. She needs it.
Portia, poor Portia. Here.
She'll be able to buy herself a walking stick.
Funny you should
A
say
fancy
that.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, very fancy.
100 GP for a walking stick.
So you could have the component actually to have this homunculus servant if you'd like.
Yes, I'm going to use all my life savings.
Well, I guess that you have other money from background and stuff.
Yeah, 50 GP. Yeah, no, I'm just gonna run it over there and slowly, like the components kind of like disentangle themselves from each other, and it's this little black metallic thing takes a bit of a humanoid shape, but instead of a head, it has like the end of a sewing machine, a couple of wheels just slowly spinning on each side, and there are like a couple of way too aggressive looking and long sewing needles on each side instead of arms. But it's there to help with sewing and stuff. Don't worry about it.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All right. So you prepare your homunculus to this challenge. And yeah, so after a while, all of you gathered up into the east side courtyard. And, well, right now I have to actually give the meds to the cat that I'm being the caretaker. So we'll be taking our short break before continuing on this adventure. Thank you for everybody who came on in chat. And again, thank you for the follows. And the flowing inspiration in D4, I'll be also adding during the break these little the floating inspiration in icons and stuff that Fervier actually did a while ago, and now it's applying to D&D. So, stay tuned, and see you later after the break. And we're back, everybody! And as you can see, our tokens are now up to date, and we have here our Vess, played by Vivian, and you can see up top corner right. We have our Ravna, played by Ari, over here. In the middle, and Portia, or old grandma, that is now packed up with a homunculus, and that is a sewing machine. It is walking with a as ears, as I understood. That's what it is. Okay, cool.
That's a
And
nice little sound, so I'm gonna nickname it Singer.
all the cosplayers and LARPers out there, we love you, Kevin. But with all this, let me just quickly head up, because since I was not on stream, I have to add two little images. That is inspo for Portia. Where is that frickin' D4 that our Frivir did a while ago?
Thank you.
Here, it's in the emotes. Alright, D4, it is right next to your name. And let me copy paste it for grabbing all our friends together. Where are you? Inspo Portia. Copy. Duplicate. Duplicate. Did it work? No, it didn't work. Over here for Vess. And for me, because yes, you can do so by giving me one. But the Agent of Chaos, usually it's Vivian, so I'll be D4 less. And no, the Briarwood did nothing wrong. She just tried to save her husband.
I mean,
It's
even
just a
that part
tragic
I know
love
is
story.
wrong.
No, she just girl boss gaslight gate kept. Like,
If
I mean,
anything, she's an
kinda right.
inspiration.
Well, I just had your inspiration to the thing. And floating, yeah, let me just add it over here. Floating. Here it is. The floating will be next to the rolls. Over here. You can see that there's a floating inspiration.
I was gonna say, wow, Kave gets both the D4 and the floating inspiration. But then you moved it, so.
Everything to cover. Oh,
I'm feeling a
hail,
bit
Portia.
spoiled. It's my golden age benefits kicking in.
It's her veterans discount.
After 200 years.
In the war!
Okay. Alright, it's done now. Everybody has their stuff. We can now continue. And let me change the mood a bit with a different kind of music.
If there's Latin, I'm gonna cry.
No.
Because that's the second stage music, usually, not the first stage.
It's okay. As the time passes, you are wandering more into the east side of this shimmer ward, where it's most of the towers. Not inside the Cerberus assembly, but more in the courtyard. And we'll start with Portia. Because you're here to see your old friend first. And Before continuing, hello, Dr. Kultis. You're maybe late, but you're still here, and right at the time for the trials. So, and give some goodies to our friends, because Dr. Kultis is our droid on our Star Wars game every 2 weeks now. He discovered a taste for violence.
So this is the droid we're looking for. Okay.
Let me lower a bit of the volume. All right. And taking registrations a bit further, there's some scribe that are working usually with your old friend. Why it is going to discover a Viking tribal. Okay, loop it now. Thank you. Thank you, Foundry. So, old friend, journal entry, conscriptor Jorah. Show players? Yes. No, wait. Show players. All good. And as you come further, Portia, because I guess that you are going straight for him since he wrote a letter to you.
Pretty much at a very casual pace. Give a little wave at the distance.
He waves back and make you a sign to come a bit closer.
I get to him. Jorah, old friend. I see your hair still as untidy as your outfit. Let me see what you got going here. And I just lean in to look at his sleeves and reflexively start mending little tears it seems to have.
You take your minutes to... and he's like, oh, no, don't. And then he knows, all right, just do your own thing. And you're patching up some pretty quickly. No need to check, so you're an expert at that.
I use this opportunity to see if he lost or gained weight and do a comment on that.
Give me an investigation check.
Alright, let's go.
Because it's to see more details.
Yeah.
He actually got a bit more tight into his clothing.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see each other soon, and not for dinner, from what I see.
What are you talking? Nice to see you too, dear old Portia.
Yes. You reach out to me for the first time and you need an extra pair of hands. I'm glad I can be here for you, old friend. So,
Well,
what are we having today?
I was actually hoping to, let's go a bit further. Then I have to discuss only this matter with you.
All right.
And by bringing you a bit further, we're going for the emotional damages. No. My dear Portia, I am actually a bringer of bad news. Remember, your grandson, Lucas, that actually joined up 2 or 3 years ago.
Yes. Did something happen to him?
Well, the problem is that we don't know. He went missing in action. But sadly, as a friend, I'm reaching out to you, but I cannot give you further information if you're not part of the Cerberus assembly.
I had a little needle going through his sleeve as he's saying this. Holy shit.
I lowered it and looped
Okay, thank you. Yeah. And I do a quick yank to pull off the string and break it. I'm like, what do you mean I have to be part of the assembly to know about my own flesh and blood?
He was on a specific mission that we cannot trade information with other members, with the people that are not members of the assembly. And if so, you know that we have some rituals and such to keep the truth to be staying inside our ranks. And this is the kind of information. But it doesn't specify I cannot give you information about that he was missing, but what he was doing, yes. I am sorry, Portia. But by inviting you to these trials, I hope that you actually join in if you want to know anything about him. And if you succeed, I'll be able to break this enchantment and say it to you.
He's my only grandson. And I'm all the family he has left. You're forcing this old lady to play these dangerous games just so I can know about him?
My hands are tied, Portia. If I could have said it to you, I would already done. I know what it is to have grandchildren or other people at risk in our family. Technically, you were not even supposed to be able to participate, but I was able to maybe slide your name in, if you want. You're technically too old for these trials to be an investment for the assembly.
I look over my shoulder at my little singer, my little homunculus.
He's at the ready.
Look at it. Yep. I look at Jorah. Tighten my fist. Raise it. Then put a hand on his shoulder. Thank you. You did everything I'd ask you to do. Without me asking. I'll do it.
I'll be matching you up with some younglings that seems to be promising.
Sure. Would I know this is usually a team trial?
It's not the first one you've seen, so yes, you know that it would be a team one.
Alright. Well then. Let's show these young talents what this old lady can do.
All right. Here. And one you are. And everybody have a D4. Because Dr. Kutsis also gave a second floating inspiration. Nice. So I'll have to do another one. Hey. But for now, bonus rain. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Kiltis. And that would be it for this. And as you're moving back, we'll go with with Revna, actually. You are inside the, not the ranks, but you are in a line to give up your name. And you see that a couple of maybe young adults are over here, and even some mid 30s or looking mid 30s of all species of the Dwindlian Empire, most of it. So yeah, that is pretty much that you see all around you. Anything while you're waiting in line?
No, I'm mostly minding my own business,
Sure.
but still curiously glancing over to anyone that has like any particularity, maybe. Yeah, she's really just taking everything in and curiously glancing to people around her.
Some armored people from here and there. There seems to have any anything in particular. You see that there's a lot of scholars that seems to be with books and mostly wizards that are attempting to be part of these trials or think they're ready. And for the one person that seems to be more distinguishable is a tiefling among them. An orn lady with blue hair. Vest, if you like to describe.
So, well, technically your hair are purple, but
Yeah, true. Sorry.
yeah. Vess is well, she's clad. I mean, I know her drawing is in like plate. Technically, I have chainmail on my character sheet for now. Like eventually, that's gonna be plate, but for now it's chainmail, so she'd be wearing chainmail.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, so she's basically she looks very much like she knows what she's doing, and she's totally where she's supposed to be. So she's like she's not posing, but she's just very casual about the fact she's kind of supporting herself on her great sword, which she has she's dug it on the like in the ground, and she's just like slowly wrist on it. Um, and she like she's a tiefling because horns and like tail, but otherwise she's fair skinned and she's got like silver and black eyes. Like this Claire is black, but her eyes are silver themselves.
All right. So, having not seen many tieflings, Revna would kind of like be stealing a few looks over to Vess, but doesn't really say anything. She's just like, "Oh, pretty. Look at those muscles. Wow."
With your passive perception, Vess, you're easily spotting this little one.
So whenever I feel like one of the glands coming in, I just like lock eyes.
Revna would, as soon as she would catch Vess's eyes, she would stare back, like right at her, not looking away or anything.
Yeah. And so, basically, just like when the stairs initiates, she just like she takes the sword off, swings it back over her shoulder, and just like walks towards Revna.
One thing Vess would notice, though, as she walks over, is that Revna does not blink once
Yeah, that's a little creepy.
as she stares at her. Yeah.
That's a little creepy, though. Not gonna lie.
Hi.
Hi. So, like, I couldn't help but notice you were stealing glances.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I haven't really seen a lot of tieflings, and like I think you're really pretty. And yeah, just everything around here is so fascinating.
I'm getting you're kind of new here, and new in general to the place, right?
Yeah, I'm not from around here at all. Are you?
well, not specifically this town, but I am from around in a larger sense.
Hmm. Is it your first time here?
Sorta. I mean, usually I stop at the gate first, but not, like I had a walking pass in, so I took advantage of that.
Well, that's good. Well, I mean, seeing as we're both newcomers to town, if you want to stick around,
Yeah.
it'd be fun.
Trials are team thing anyway, right?
Oh, yeah, the old guy did mention something along those lines. So, I don't know anyone here except for you now. So, want to team up?
Yeah. Sure. I mean that beats anyone that was as subtle as you were catching glances, but that it didn't actually stare back. So kudos.
Yeah, well, I
That-
mean, I wasn't exactly trying to be subtle or anything. But
you weren't, but it's cool.
All right. And as you gather in lines and give the names, Revna, you recognize Jorah, the conscriptor that you've met a bit earlier. Like, oh, seems you've been doing well. Are you both of you in team?
yes. So yeah, Revna, and this is.
Vess.
Remind me your name? Vess.
Vess.
Any full name or Vess will be?
I mean, technically Vess is a nickname, but like it's gonna be Vess.
Know that after the trials, and if you are during among the recruits, you will have to state your full name and location and such. Just for
Yeah,
your
figure as much, but you know, for now Vess is fine.
perfect. You're only two of you.
Is
now-
there a number 2 teams usually? Because you said we could take solo, right?
Yes. The thing is, we're patching up with everyone, but I might. You see that he is looking at other groups and like more students that seems to be less capable, and they're like, I am. Since both of you seems to be not judging by the cover of the book, I have someone to suggest you, a friend of mine. And he points to an old lady a bit further with a small homunculus that is a sewing machine, like with everything that Kavi described a bit
Whoa,
earlier.
what is that?
I don't know.
And Revna points to the homunculus.
I don't know, but that's wicked.
It's it's her assistant. But do you want me? It's actually one of my friend Portia. Do you want me to meet her? She wants to be in the trials also.
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, I don't know anyone else here aside from Vess, so
Sure.
All right. So, Portia.
Oh, yes.
I might present to you to these lovely ladies that they are much of the capable sort of these trials. If you like to join up.
I make my way towards them. And I look at both Vess and Revna, and extend my hand to. Let's go with Vess first. I'm like, I'm Portia. It's nice to meet you.
You can call me Vess.
Pleasure. And you are?
I'm Revna. Nice to meet ya.
Nice to meet you too. You two don't seem to be from around here.
Wow, a lot of people are saying that today. That
Yeah.
obvious, huh?
Let's say you have a little bit of rustic charm to you. Looking at what you're wearing.
Thank you.
And she just kind of like glances down at her outfit. Not really sure whether that's a compliment or not.
We'll never know. Yeah. And as for you, and I look at Vess, You seem quite capable indeed.
I like to think I'm capable, yeah.
Well then, I'll be in your care and I'll try to pull my weight. So will my little singer here.
So did
the-
you make that?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Wow.
That's cool. Like really cool.
Thank you. It's a little trick that helps me have an extra pair of hands when I'm busy with work.
Wow. I'm in the presence of greatness here. I've got, this lady who makes walking, I don't know what that is, but still, a walking something. And then you can carry around that big greatsword as if it were nothing.
I make it seem like it's nothing.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to lift it. And she actually goes and gives it a try and isn't able to lift it with her 8 strength.
Yeah. Likely a little hard.
Revna is very scrawny.
Team Noodle
But
Arms.
if you're here, that means you got potential as well. So I wouldn't sell myself short if I were you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all right.
From what I've heard of this little one, she walked a while into, and you see that she seems to be keeping some. It's obviously that he's holding back to say something. She did a long way into the wilds, and I guess that if she's walking here today, she'll be able to survive what's within these walls. And when he says walls, you're like, walls? Turn around, and as you turn to your left, you just see 4 wizards using transmutation magic, and you just see stone walls erupting from the ground. And they're just closing as it's just making a really large square that seems to be in it. And you cannot see beyond. And from another one, you see someone, a human with draconic scales on his skin, doing a circle on the ground. And you just see this red glow, sorry. And he stepped back from it. These are the preparation for the arena. There's transmutation wizards doing some modification to the grounds, and you will be proceeding inside of there.
Oh, that's incredible. Is that the kind of stuff we're going to learn here?
If you get it in advanced circles, yes, probably.
Ooh. Yeah, I can't wait.
That would have been practical to patch up the ramparts when we got attacked. Shit.
And with everything that happens over there, and you can give me a perception checks, the 3 of you.
Fuck yeah.
Hopefully I'll roll better than 8.
Better. The whole lot, 3 of you hear stuff.
Yeah.
You will either... You're now allowed to do a religion or an arcana check.
I'll do Arcana.
I'll go for,
Oh.
Yep. That's not great.
Like,
Stuff
I
happens.
doubt a D4 will help with that.
Yeah.
You see at the top of these walls where some people are casting magic. That was a perception check to see if you hear their incantations. And when you tend to hear something, Revna, you don't necessarily hear whether there's still some things that are like circles and other such that are preparing, so you're distracted by everything that's around. For Vess, you hear the principal words of conjuration magic. And for Portia, you've been there for a while, so you know what's up with Arcana.
Yep.
With all that, you know that 3 of the people up there are necromancers. And they've been conjuring, they've been summoning stuff inside there.
my expression darkens a bit. Little question for you two. Have you ever had to deal with the undead?
Revna's just kind of like looking at everything very starry-eyed. And still unblinking, might I add. But she will turn to Portia at the question. Go like, do you mean like, what do you mean by that?
Dead things that are made to move.
But when you say deal with, what do you mean?
Fight.
Because I've had to
survive?
bury people before. Like, would that count?
I don't think so.
That's the dead. We're talking about. Just be ready to fight, all right?
Fight dead bodies? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Rihanna,
Can't be as hard as living ones.
I wouldn't count on it actually. Reanimated stuff, I don't think that's good. Kind of fucks up with the natural order of things.
So we just put them back into the ground. And then
Pretty-
the natural order takes its course again.
That's a good solution, yeah. I'm down with that.
So, a few moments left before you need to do any prep before it's going to be your turn. Because right now you see that people are going inside this red circle, and then seems to be teleported out. And a few moments later, you hear like coming from the other side of the wall, and like no, and sometimes not the same amount of people come back from this red circle.
Wow, they sound like they're having fun.
Vest looks at Revna like, what the fuck kind of definition of fun you have, girl?
Have you looked at me?
Hopefully you're as capable as you're enthusiastic. Let's go.
And I'm very enthusiastic.
Now it's coming to your turn. We will now activate the map of the arena.
Oh dear.
Here we go. And as you walk into this red circle, you disappear, but not all at the same spot. Sorry, old lady.
Yes, hi, I would like to report elderly abuse.
You are actually inside the whole this whole no, wrong page, Fred. Go back here. Good. Let me go back there and enter everybody into the initiative.
Whoa.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Combat tracker. Here we go. Begin combat. And you can all click on the little swords.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yes. There we go.
And let me roll for all NPCs.
Wow. Wait,
hate
how am I
backing up.
second with a freaking... Okay, that makes more
Oh,
sense.
oh,
I was like, what the fuck?
All right, let me roll this for. First in turn, the Chimera. You see that in this large red circle, there's this creature with 3 heads. One of a red dragon, a lion, and a goat. And the full body of a lion, but red wings and a red tail behind of it. But as soon as it's trying to move and see the people around, it seems to be She tried to jump, and when you see it's the grandma that is first closest to her, she just and you see arcane locks that seems to be blocking and holding it back down on the ground. So she seems to be cornered in this, and she seems to be only moving. Whoa, not everybody. Here. And she just moved over here, and the arcane links keep her in place. But one thing that is over there, you see this black texture. Just a large black mass crawling. And one thing that you understand, Portia, when you see all of that, most of the things might be summoned. And with the arcana that you rolled earlier, summons stays for a specific duration. So this is survival.
Okay.
And we'll now follow up for the combat tracker. Here, the black pudding moved. And we'll now go to Ves. Ves, you see on your right, there's this large ogre that seems to be with like chunks removed, and a bit of an undead is like walking towards you. But for now, it's your turn.
Okay. Okay. Was trying to figure out if I could get to him with like one, but I can't. However, I mean, I can figure out the goal of the whole thing is survival, so I'm still gonna like get closer. So I'm just gonna measure 30 feet. Yeah, I'm not really seeing it on the snow. I think 30 is like here or something.
You can move 6 square also with using the arrows if you'd like.
No. And I'm just gonna basically brace myself for impact.
So you're using the dodge action?
Yeah.
All right. So, zombie here seems to be crawling. Walking towards. And not enough movement to go further. It will move one step closer. But that was also his action. So that was the zombie's turn. We're now going with this zombie, and afterwards, Revna, it's going to be your turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And one thing that you see, Grandma, all around you seems to be large vines that seems to be entangled. So it's difficult terrain.
Good to know.
And the zombie stopped right here because he doesn't have any more movements because it's difficult terrain. And we'll go with Revna.
Yahoo!
After the
So
animated armor, Portia, you're on deck.
Revna watches the zombie approach, just kind of like very calmly raises a hand. And as she takes the zombie's features in, she grows more emaciated and her skin starts rotting as I cast Disguise Self with my innate spellcasting and turn into zombie Revna.
Okay.
And as she does, she goes "Ugh," back at the zombie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Funny. And we'll see with...
Hoping to blend in.
We're going
Act like you
over
belong.
there with the animated armor. It is 25 feet, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, So that's going to be his full movement. So you see this armor walking towards you. And that was it. Portia, we're now back at you.
All right, so I'm like surrounded by, well, flanked by both sides by not so nice company, and I'm surrounded by vines. Those are 3 trees around me. Is that right?
Yes.
How tall are they?
They're about maybe 20 feet tall.
Okay, and is that like a big puddle of water in the middle, like a pond?
Yes.
All right. I have a proposition for you, Fred.
Mm-hmm.
I have a little cantrip called Thorn Whip.
Oh.
Can I use Thorn Whip to try to like hit one of the thicker branches of the trees and pull myself up towards it?
Yes. I would ask you for an athletic check for the whole thing.
Okay, let me just see my athletics modifier.
Because if you want to grab yourself on the tree.
Yeah. Pretty one hell of an athletics check. Because yeah,
But
I'm
with
in
the
a
thorn
bad
whip, the DC is not that high.
it's a spell attack roll, but yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't use the spell attack roll for that, but for
okay.
the yourself hanging on
Okay.
to it would be the athletic.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll roll an athletics check, and I'm gonna pray to the dice gods.
And you still have like a D4 in the worst case.
Yeah.
You have a D4 that you can use from the chat. Do you want to use your D4?
I would like to use the D4.
At the bottom
Thanks,
right,
chat.
there's a dice tray that you can click on the D4
Yeah.
and just click on roll afterwards.
4.
For a 12 total, that's above the DC I set. So you put yourself, and you want it to be at the top of the 3? Is that it?
As far high away from these terrible, terrible things coming for me.
With your movement and Tlatam, you just climb up after your torn whip, like at the top of that tree, without problem.
Yeah, and yeah, I try to make myself as little and unseen among these branches.
Okay.
Is my homunculus servant by me?
It could have been on you because he is a small size, so he could have actually be on like backpacking you if you'd like.
Or besides me.
Yeah.
Well, I'll use my bonus action to tell it to float up. Maybe like I don't have a token for it here.
Oh, so
Yeah.
let me just see if I have one there. Monster. Nope. I will create a token right here. For now, it's just going to be it.
Yeah.
Homunculus, and right here you'll have now ownership of such token. Portia, it should be now in your info.
In my journal, actors. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I'm having technical difficulties with the token. I'm just gonna say like I'll have it shoot its little attack and fly up like towards the north on the map to distract the animated armor and hopefully the zombie away from me.
All right. So you're distracting him over there. Does it have a
Yeah.
fly speed?
It has a flight speed of 30 feet. It's pretty rad.
Okay, so you are. He's going to be also in the air, I guess, out of reach, but
Yeah.
gathering attention. Perfect.
Yeah.
So, all right, that was your turn.
It has an attack, but we could skip it, to be honest. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going with zombie at the bottom. That will make an intelligence check. Natural 20
What?
Oh,
with a -4. So you just see that that you're doing, Ravna. He's just like walking towards you, but he used all his actions also to because he doesn't have a lot of movement. But you see, this guy is still going to eat you. That will be its
Okay.
turn. And now we're going with Ogre Zombie at the bottom. I need one. I have 30 feet, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have reach on that attack? Nope. So I will take my action to move up closer to our friend Vess. Zombie here. Let's make another intelligence check. Let's not roll a natural 20, please. Natural 1.
Yay.
So this one's like
Balance as all things should be.
Moving over there. And that's it. And we're now top of the round. The Chimera is still staying in place. Black pudding. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And now we're back to Vess. After the zombies, Ravna, you're on deck. So Vess, what are you doing?
Okay, so, well, he got closer, so that means he's in range now.
Mm-hmm.
So, I do aim on great swording him.
All right. Great sword his face then.
Yep. So,
For a 23 to hit for a 12 slashing damage. And it does work properly. Let me just see. Nope. All right. So you tore him in the middle. Do you do anything else with the bonus or movement, or you're done with your turn?
I'm very quickly checking things to make sure.
The other two are okay?
Yeah, that would be all.
All right. Now, zombies, Revna on deck. Zombies over here will make an intelligence check because you were actually already looking kind of creepy and you just turned on that, so he might not.
Notice the difference.
Yeah, notice the difference. Like, and with this intelligence save, you see this zombie move along.
They're coming for me.
And this one will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But he's 20 feet down. Let me just put up that you're 20 feet in the air, so we'll remember. So plus 20 feet. And that will be the zombie's turn. Ravna, you're on deck after the animated armor. Portia.
All right, so zombie Revna is gonna go like, "Ugh." And a ghastly version of her own hand, covered in runes with blackened fingers, will materialize behind Harvard zombie. And I'm gonna cast Chill Touch and hope to hit him.
All right.
Okay, that roll did not work. Hang on. There we go.
All right.
So 22 to hit.
Yes, 22 hits for 8 necrotic. Does zombies? Nope, no resistance to necrotic. So
It
What-
also has disadvantage on attack rolls against me until the end of my next turn.
all right, fine. So here's suffer damage. And he's just trying to hold. He's being held back by the hand while you're doing so.
By the collar, just.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, and zombie Revna's still playing her game of going like as if nothing happened.
Yes. And you are moving. Are you moving or doing any bonus action? You're staying there?
I'm gonna stay there for now. Yeah.
All right, it's going to be the animated armor. But first, let's thank King of Chardonnay to subscribe with the
Hello.
Prime. Thank you for the sub. It's really appreciated. So, next up, animated armor will... What's the intelligence of that? 1. It's going for the flightless, the flying sewing machine, and it's under it, like trying to swing it, but it's too high with it, so it will be over there, and we'll go now with Portia.
Okay. There's a nice little zombie below me. I see. The little black pudding seems to be coming for me.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see my? Can I see Vess and or Revna from my tree vantage point?
Well, you see someone who looks like a zombie, 2 zombie actually fighting on the rock. And you also see on the other end a Vest that is taking melee with a large ogre zombie.
Oh dear. I think I recognize some of the one of the zombies' clothing belonging to Revna, and I have a little like sob, like, oh my god, they got her already. Poor thing, never stood a chance.
Well, when you're looking at her, you can actually give me that intelligence saving throw for this guy's stuff.
It's a saving throw. Okay.
Yes, you can click on your stats in Foundry, and you click on saving throw afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, 25. You clearly see that there's a small veil of magic around her that seems to be wounded, but she seems to be pretty fine.
I don't want to admit that I was wrong about like my assumptions. I'm like, clever girl. The zombie at my feet seems to be coming, trying to climb up to me, right?
Yeah, you will try.
Try is the word. All right. I'm going to peek over the pool of water. This is the most athletic Portia has been in the past 45 years. And in a fit of desperation, I'll instruct my dear singer to do a little force attack at the black pudding to get its attention, and I myself will jump from the tree into the water and try to swim away from this.
Swimming your way.
Swimming my way downtown.
All right. Well, while you're balancing from the 3, you're like moving back and forth. Let me just lock my mic right now. You're like, and you're catapulting yourself out of the 3. No need of athletic checks, but I would need an acrobatic for the landing if you're just not taking a flat
I'm a natural
on that
at
water.
this.
Portia, you're like flinging yourself off that 3, and you gently swim into the water, and so you can move. You can move your full movement with your action and movement if you like.
It's godlike granny.
Yeah. Fighting for my life.
Oh no,
here.
sorry. Swimming is half speed, so
Half speed. I'll if I have an action or was jumping my action.
that would be your part of your movement. So
Okay.
so
I'll use the dash action to have the full movement then.
cool.
3, 4. Is diagonal 1 or 2?
It's 1. I didn't fuck up with the like +5
Okay.
plus.
So I'll go here, then I'll go here. In the middle of the water, my clothes are soaked, and yeah, little singer will do a little force attack on the black pudding.
All right, to give me an attack in the attack roll. You can use the d20 at the bottom.
Yeah, and it's plus my spell attack modifiers. So that is not what I wanted.
You can click on the plus to reach out to the number that you want.
Okay.
We'll set up
Does it-
the macros for next game.
Does it have 8 AC by any chance?
I think so. Black Puddings does not have a lot of AC. It's 7 AC, so yes, you hit.
Yeah, it's happening. We're going places with this. And I have completely forgotten what the stats on this thing.
It's a
are.
D4 plus your proficiency bonus for
Thank
damage.
you. All right, so D4 plus proficiency. Okay. A whopping 4 force damage. Let's
Well,
go.
4 force damage is still that.
Yeah.
So here, Black Pudding, here, force, apply damage.
It's pretty much it aims one of its needles and it just goes very quickly at stabs into the pudding before coming back.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's my turn, finally.
All right. Now it's going to be the mobs, and then after Vess. So zombie over here, the zombie that's not believing your lies, Revna, will try to slam you with disadvantage because he's being held by the hand. Slam attack for it would have been a 22, but it is a 5.
So as he goes for the slam, Revna, just keeping up her zombie act, just kind of like goes like, ugh, and dodges out of the way.
Perfect. And ogre zombie now it's going after Vess with his morning star, and he will strike at her. Natural 20. Hey, no one to use the reroll in the chat. Okay. So
Ow, should.
you are in front of this gigantic ogre, and you just see you have slow movements. So you're like, okay, I can dodge that, and he just swam his morning star and just. You're trying to block with your sword, but you block the wooden part of it, but the spike metal part of it just straight pierce through your armor, and you getting slammed with it. So 16 point of damage. Yeah, adjoy is the word. Actually, I talked to you about the because when you receive a crit, there is a wound table that we implemented in session 0 where we talked about it. So, do you want to sacrifice a piece of armor or a weapon to downgrade the crit?
Nope, just gonna take the fucking crit.
All right. Roll me a d100, please.
Because at the moment, I don't have anything to sacrifice. I want to keep what little I have.
We're broke.
Yep, well, we're broke and, like, I'm trying to survive this encounter first. Okay, why am I... Okay, I was looking for the dice. Okay, so, D8, D10, D100.
68.
So close.
Oof, okay. Give me a Constitution saving throw. Oh no, actually, I have it right now. It is failed. It is DC 20. Every time you will attempt an action, one of the spikes strike to your head, and it knocked you some part. You have a skull fracture.
Okay.
Do you want to use the floating inspiration? Like, I
don't
really
think
don't
that's
mind.
gonna change anything.
The skull fracture happened. This is the injury.
Uh,
Every time you take an action, you have to make the DC 20 Constitution. Or if you don't succeed, you can't take action or reaction for your turn.
DC 20.
I'm gonna die.
DC 20?
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
So, we're now going to zombie. That is, there's a floating grandma. So 1, 2. 1, 2. That's it.
You think things that are decomposing would avoid water, though?
It's hardly swimming. It's sinking, but you see that its hands. It's moving.
This zombie was on the water polo team.
And that was a new round, round 3. Chimera and Black Pudding. Black Pudding. Chimera is still locked out. And since the little thing... 1, 2. You see the Black Pudding is not slowed by the difficult terrain. Because it is mud of sludge. 1, 2, 10. 15. And it's climbing on the wall. So 5 feet. 10 feet. And it's going to try to sludge. Right now it is above your thing, but it doesn't have the action to attack because you have to use his action for movement.
Oh my god.
So now we're going with Vess.
But didn't I already failed my save?
True.
So that means I can't.
Technically, you're not supposed to take do before your action, so I'll be nice and say that you can roll again for... Well, you can still move if you'd like, but if you want to take an action, you need to...
Yeah, well, if I move, it's an attack of opportunity. So I'll re-roll to hope I can disengage and get the fuck out. So...
Constitution save.
Yep. Yep.
I may recall there's 2 floating inspiration also that have been spent, the 2 for the game. So if you'd like, you can...
Can I take one?
Yeah.
Yes,
Please do.
Please do.
I'm gonna take one of the floating. And we're gonna re-roll this and pretend it never happened.
No one have been rolled. 18, 20! You can disengage action.
Yes, I'm gonna disengage.
So no attack of opportunity will be taken on you.
Yay.
And you can move 6 square if you'd like. You can move 6 square in diagonal.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You can do up and like, is it? Let me just check if it's the.
That would have been 3 squares diagonally.
Yeah, you can move another 3
Yeah, you
square
can move an
diagonally.
extra. Yeah.
So,
Because
yeah.
you can go with A and W at the same time, and you'll move in diagonal.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I think I have you 1 more square left.
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there we go.
All right. So that would be your turn, Vass, or you want to do something as a bonus action?
I don't think I can do anything else. I'm quickly looking because nope,
All
that'll
right.
be all.
All right. So you are over there. Zombie's turn. A zombie over there will 1, 2, 1, 2. Coming for grandma. Other zombie over there will see the little thing that's flying and will go under. But that's it. So Revna, back to you, and then at Portia, you're on deck.
So upon seeing Vest take that very big hit just now, Zombie Revna is gonna let a concerned go, and she will again just kind of like wave her fingers, and 3 little wisps of darkness will materialize and shape themselves into little darts, and I will cast magic missile on the ogre. Was it?
All right. So to do the
So
pew pew.
it just hits. I'll roll for damage.
Yeah. The way I'm working is that it's the number times the darts. Or you want to roll separately? It depends. It's either your choice, because technically if you roll a 4, it's going to be 5 damage for all of them, or you do want to do it separately.
Oh, the number times the darts. You mean like, so I rolled a 2, so times 3, so 6. Is
Yes.
I mean, I like rolling separately, but
You can do so. You can click on the little quick repeat roll at the top right of the spell in the chat box.
That's a nice function.
Oh my god. This won't make a difference.
Nope.
It won't. Wow.
It could have.
Yeah, this is just my typical luck when I play D&D.
So is that your turn? That was your action? Bonus or anything?
I won't do anything else. Nope. Not for
All
now.
right, we're going for the animated armor. That will do nothing because it's striking at something too high. Portia, we're back at you.
Yeah. I'm in the hot water right now. Let's see. Surrounded by smelly little things. All right. I will use my bonus action to tell my lovely little homunculi friend to get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And as an action, can I go underwater and try to hide from the zombies? Hopefully, out of sight is out of mind.
I would grant it. So you roll me a stealth check.
Let's go. All right, let's see.
And afterward, you can
Just
move
gotta
your
try.
movement.
13. Those are good zombies. They're good sentries, right?
You succeed perfectly, and you can move 3 squares.
All right, I'm gonna very discreetly go like here. Try to-
Perfect.
oh yeah, right there. And as for my little singer, it will use a disengage action.
Okay.
And it's go fly 30 feet away. And that's gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. Is that your turn?
That's my turn.
Perfect. So zombie here, zombie with Ravna, zombie will try to slam attack. Natural 20!
The fuck? Okay.
So do you want to sacrifice a piece of equipment that you're wielding right now? Are you using an arcane focus? Are
An
you
arcane
using spell
focus for
components? Because technically you can use arcane focus or pouch component to cast your spells, depending on what it is.
Yeah, it is an arcane focus. No, I'll take the full 8.
Yep, but it's the injury that is critical, so
Yeah.
you can...
You cannot roll 68.
Hopefully 69 is a bit better.
Because I would have to sacrifice my arcane focus, and I need it.
Well, for the spell that needs components, yes. Well, not
I
necessarily.
suppose.
So that would be your call.
Let me check real fast, because I'm like, which spells require components? Okay, that one.
And don't worry, rolling 100. The table is not on 100 table. It is, it is sparse. It's not the higher you roll, just to keep the chaos in.
Yeah.
Is it
You know
good?
what? Yes,
Is it,
I will sacrifice my arcane focus for now.
All right. So you're
Make
trying.
another one.
You're trying to block when you just see this zombie who wants the hand to remove the grip of its collar. It's just like, and the slam is hitting freaking hard. So did you
How? I mean, whoa.
roll me still roll me a d100 to see what kind of injuries you would have.
Okay.
Satisfy the DM's cruel curiosity.
Don't worry, if you roll a d100, it's also happening to my people.
56.
56. All right. 56. You dodged a festering wound. Your hit point would have been reduced.
Jesus. Sorry about that. Some person is having fun speeding it, I guess.
Longueuil is crazy tonight. So it is a festering wound. So your hit point would have been reduced by 1 every 24 hours. The wound persists.
Those are harsh.
It is critical injuries.
Cool.
So
Tell me on this little doll, where did the players hurt you in the past?
here. So that was a zombie. Augur will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was my movement. So if I want to move closer, I have to 1. So this was my turn for the ogre because I don't have enough movement. Zombies will go where grandma was and search.
Wherever could she be?
Nature, nope. It is perception.
Action, grandma. Action, grandma.
Action grandma. That was your stealth, so it's actually moving towards you. No, it's
They're out.
defender win. Sorry, defender win. So you're good.
It's statu quo, but yeah.
Statu quo?
Yeah, so if it's the same check,
Go for
that's
it.
how I remember it.
Okay.
The situation doesn't change. So
Okay.
in this case, yeah, defender would win, isn't it?
Okay.
I'm still unseen.
So it's still wandering around, and that will be its turn. We're now going back top of the round to the Chimera. The Chimera will move a bit 5 feet further, and you don't see, but you'd see a large cone of fire getting out of the 3 mouths and just going towards Grandma. It doesn't reach
no.
Grandma.
Oh, yeah.
The black pudding will fall on the ground on the armor. And will not hit, but doesn't care and just continue walking over there. And will take the enemy armor will take an attack. It does not hit. That's it. And that is for Vesnow's turn. What will you do, my lady?
Well, I'm gonna start with a Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
13.
I-
So you cannot
Action.
take an action. What do you want to do with your movement or bonus action?
I mean, nothing. Because movement means attack of opportunity. Because I can't disengage.
That's true.
So
So,
let's hope he doesn't crit again.
How many 20s Fred's been rolling? I'm like, bruh.
don't worry, other will come. Okay. No. So zombies over there will go where Grandma was and attack the other zombie. Because that was where Grandma was.
Flawless logic.
And damage the other zombie. The water. And you hear from one of the tower, "Idiots! Go downwards!" And you see the zombies like, they will go downwards, but they still don't see you. Here, zombie. Zombie will move towards the flying thing, and that will be it.
Good.
Well, there's a reward, Dr. Cultis, for a reroll. If you wanted to use it when the check happens. But right now we're going with Revna. Portia, you're on deck after the animated armor.
So the zombie in front of me will feel a finger just doink, doink, doink on its shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Natural 1. Will that be your
It's
turn?
excessively polite.
That is really homophobic.
Oh, Dr. Cultis says reroll, so you can reroll, Revna.
Oh, thank you.
Nice.
23 for 8
better.
necrotic damage, and it will have disadvantage on its next attack.
So yeah, as the zombie turns, it gets decked in the face by the ghostly hand.
and you reflexively try to cast with your arcane focus, and you're like, luckily I don't need that. So you're like, and that's your turn.
Yep.
Animated armor will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that will be it. Portia, Grandma.
Yeah. Oh dear. I'm just seeing how far.
Your thing
Vest
is 20
like
feet in the
5
air.
feet. Yeah. Okay. That's good. But I'm like, oh no, it's just out of range for me to do what I can to help Vess. It's breaking my heart. I'm gonna try to get the ogre's attention by popping my head out of the water and casting Thorn Whip on it. Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of actions we're not gonna regret in the future.
So casting Thorn Whips on the ogre.
Yep.
Natural 20. Roll me a d100, Portia.
Sure, let's see if I can do a thing to
29.
29.
Ringing ears. You have disadvantage on perception checks on hearing. So you slam it around here. What does your Thorn Whip looks like, actually?
The Thorn Whip is actually, I pull out a needle as I pop out of the water and lob it. But as I lob it, behind it, there's like a thick, arcane, enchanted thread of yarn that goes towards and like loops itself around the ogre and pulls it in as the needle digs into its flesh.
And the needle ended into its hearer and just like pierce pierce it, and you just like see the ogre, and it's pulled 10 feet towards you, right?
Yep. Does it fall in the water by any chance?
Yes. 1, 2. Sploosh. Right there.
Now that I have its attention, I'm gonna go like 3 squares. So 1. Wait. I have to.
Yeah, you have to click on the thingy.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go there. And as a bonus action, I'll tell my little homunculi to fly towards Vess as fast as it can. And it's gonna go 60 feet.
All right.
So it's gonna go like right here.
All right,
As
so
it's
be ready for
trying-
next turn.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
Perfect. Zombie over here will try to attack Revna
With disadvantage.
with disadvantage. Still a 14. Does it hit?
Shield.
What does your shield look like when you...
So yeah, zombie Revna again goes, "Ugh," and just like a flash of like a dark purple light just follows the arch of her arm as the zombie just boinks off of it.
Perfect. Now going to the ogre. As he will take a swing to our friend Vess. It was almost a 19. But a 9.
Fucking hell.
You just see the morning star. And this time you have your head, you're like, oh shit. And the moment he's trying to swing, you pull out your greatsword, clinks, blocking on the side, and the morning stars getting a dent inside the wooden part. But you block the shot.
Vess is gonna have PTSD from Morning Stars.
And that will be the ogre's turn. We're now going to zombie. Oh, zombie here. In the middle of the water. He says downward. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, and we'll attack. No. It doesn't have enough movement. Anyway.
Yeah.
That would be 1, 2, 1, 2. That's
trying
it.
its best.
Chimera next. Black pudding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Sorry. And he will pseudopod the armor. Miss. Luckily for the armor. And that will be it. Vess, we're back at you. Back down there.
Alright.
Or badly injured friend. Because when you above the token, you see the states of what they look like.
Can I add my D4 to a
You
saving
can
throw?
certainly have your D4.
Oh,
2,
wait,
2,
let's go.
2, 2, 2, 2.
No,
Fuck!
God.
my luck sucks.
I contribute my D4.
You know what? Since it's the first game and she had a crit, go on.
Times are
Yeah,
tough,
take
okay?
take my fucking D4.
So, so you shaking yourself a bit, like, okay.
Alright. So we're gonna greatsword him again.
All right.
I'm just gonna check something really quick. Can I use that as a bonus or not? That was the part I wasn't sure.
Let me check to filter your thing by bonus action. You're talking about the right?
Yep.
It's a bonus action.
It was because I was like, I think I can. So I'm gonna do that,
Okay.
and hopefully I touch.
Give it the bad touch.
You also will take the. So you took the damage. Perfect. So you can.
It's only if I amplify it.
Oh, okay. You're using the. Okay.
Not the amplified version. If I amplify it, I take the 1d4 necrotic.
Okay. So 14. 14 hits this ogre zombie. For
Great.
11 plus the.
I lost my feature. Won't be long. So 1d4 extra damage of your chosen type. And my chosen type was. I think it was something.
It's an elemental energy, so you're using
Yeah, it is. I
fire.
think it's electric, but I'm not sure.
Electric? Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to find where it's in my.
Because when you're activating the right, you're taking a d4.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna
so
roll it.
let's use that the one that you rolled was the damage you took, and the 4 will be the 4 damage, extra damage
Alright.
doing to the
Okay.
other creature.
So,
So apply damage and apply damage.
okay.
This ogre is now badly injured.
Cool.
We're getting there.
And I was trying to find where I've put the type of damage I was doing, but I don't see it.
I think it'll be under your features, probably.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm trying to look. So under my features.
It's in the with features, the crimson right.
Yep.
The amplifying thing is when you use the maledict that goes with it. So
Oh, I think I took right of the storm, so that means it was
electric
lightning damage.
lightning damage, perfect. So was that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
1 2 1 2. Zombies done here. 1 2 1 2. Zombies done. Revna, back at you, and then Portia, you're on deck after the animated armor.
So the ghostly hand that's holding onto Harvard Zombie is just gonna like move up and start squeezing at its neck, and I'm gonna reroll
All right.
for that.
For 11 hit for 1 necrotic damage.
1 necrotic damage. This is fine.
Cantrips.
Yeah. I mean, I rolled 2 8s, which was max
Yep.
on the first 2, so
We still have disadvantage on his attack, so was that your turn?
exactly. That was my turn.
Alright, so animated armor. 1, 2, 1, 2. But he will strike at the black pudding and hit. And hit. But the thing is that when you hit a black pudding, it hurts. So it will take
Whoa, that
4
died.
acid damage. And you have now -2 to damage roll because he attacked the black pudding twice. You see part of the armor just shredded with everything. And now Portia, back at you.
All right. Portia will look around her, see that she's really in dire straits, so she's gonna swim back to the surface. And go here. I think that's my movement, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Then she's gonna tell her little singer homunculus to hit the zombie and also get close to Vest to provide support. The ogre zombie. And as an action, she's going to concentrate on holding cure wounds.
You know that when
And
you
she's
concentrate on holding cure wounds, you lose your spell.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's going to release it the moment the homunculus gets close to Vess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Then it's the homunculus's turn. It'll do its little attack on the ogre zombie.
Shoot me. What? By the way, Revna, you have D4 from Fivir.
Thank you, darling.
The best. I think I hit, and
You
it's
hit.
1d4 plus PB, we said,
Mm-hmm.
which is for whopping 5 force damage with the needle.
Wabam! Apply damage.
Bam. Yeah. That's gonna fly down behind Vess, and as it gets close behind her, Portia's gonna release her concentration to cast Cure Wounds, which is a touch spell, through her homunculus.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much the same needles that were used to stab the ogre instead bring themselves close to Vess's injuries and start like very delicately sewing the injuries closed to heal her.
All right. You can click on the cure wounds.
Yeah.
And Vess, you also get back a D4 from Dr. Cultis.
Yeah.
You're 6 healing, and you know what, Vess? If you received magical healing, your fractured skull is now healed.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's also a trained neurosurgeon, my sewing machine.
Of course it is.
So you're like, oh shit. So that would be your turn, Portia?
Hang in there, dearie. Yeah.
All right. So the attack on Revna's
Only
coming.
injured.
Natural
With-
20.
No, man,
With no. With disadvantage, please, since it got hit by a chill touch.
Yes, the 1 damage was important for that. But still 18.
But it's not a crit.
It's not a crit.
Yeah, it's not a crit, so I'll take it. So how much for damage?
It's
Was
the
it
5. No, it's the only the 2. Yes.
Yeah, okay, because the 3 was from the crit. Cool.
Yes, exactly. So that was the zombie. Thank you for reminding me.
This zombie rolled 3 nat 20.
2 nat
Like,
20.
what the
No,
fuck is this
The
Harvard
investigation check as well.
zombie,
True,
like-
true. 3 nat. So
Zombies
the,
got like steroids.
Ivy League.
the ogre will try to strike at Vass for a 19 to hit for 13 bludgeoning damage.
Well, I'm down.
Oh, no.
1, 2. And by the way, for the rules of everybody at home, I'm rolling the death saving throws at home. So, that will be the zombie's turn. But the ogre zombie just crushing you down with his morning star and you fell on the ground. Zombie's turn. He just arrived there and will attack blindly.
It's so good at its job.
And
This zombie's been rolling natural ones
yeah.
all over the
Perfectly
place.
balanced.
Like, jeez.
So it's turn now beginning of a new turn. We're at the beginning of round 6. And slowly you see the ogre fall on the ground. You see the zombie's hands like start to float inside the water. And the one in front of you, Revna, fall on the ground. The animated armor that was walking inside the water it animates and fall on pieces on the ground. The black pudding dissipate into thin air, and the chimera just also bamf out. All the monsters are out. So, Portia, Revna, what do you want to do?
Uh,
Because Vess had
Rev-
the one death saving throws that I did.
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, I mean, seeing as all of the opponents have kind of
Vanished.
vanished, yeah, I will drop the illusion and return to my normal self, which is still kind of like unsettling looking, but at least I'm not rotting anymore, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I'll start moving towards Portia and Vess. Once I reach Portia, I'll go like, "Oh gods, is she all right?"
No, I don't think so. We must hurry. And I try to run towards her. Is that lava by any chance?
It is lava. Floor
I
is lava
take-
over there.
My favorite game. I take a step and I kind of back out before burning my shoes. But I might be able to help her. And I'll do the little cure wounds trick via touch on her
Perfect.
with my other thing.
So Vess, your breath comes back to you with that 10 healing points.
There's a black machine with needles standing above you. Nothing to worry about.
Revna would go to follow Portia into the water, but as soon as like her like slippers hit the water, she just kind of like backs away.
And you
Don't
see
wanna
all
get
the
wet?
terrain all around just become grass.
Okay. I'll hurry towards Vesna and get on my knees besides her.
Vizier.
Oh, sorry.
Vesier.
My parts
Vesna.
Wow. By Ves, I'm like, are you? On my knees, are you alright, dearie?
Did we win? Or, like, did we lose?
We survived.
All of the bad guys are gone.
Then it's gonna be okay, I guess. Thank you. Like, really. Also, I thought it was cool and wicked. It's cool, wicked, and practical.
Yep. Oh, that's what it's there for. It's an extra pair of helping hands, and I'm glad I brought it with me today. Come.
Yeah. I don't think I want to see another morning star for like a while.
Oh, that was a nasty blow you had on your head, indeed.
But morning stars are so pretty to look at in the morning when you wake up and the sun isn't really coming up yet and you get to look at the stars in the brightening sky.
Mend the weapon, but yeah, sure.
Please proceed to the red circle. The next challenge awaits future students.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Ugh.
We're kind of in a really shitty state though.
Indeed.
But-
All right. Well, we'll pull through for sure.
She kind of
I'll
uses her sword to like, not as a cane, but like to get herself back up.
I'll try to help you. My noodle arms do not do much in that.
Oh, hang on. I'll help as well. And I'll just go to the other side of Bess and support her on that side.
I think we're slowly like limping our ways towards the red
Yep.
circle.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Limping away.
And running away. And you just bamf out. And you bamf out at the red circle that was outside the walls, where you seen the other members that sometimes they didn't came back in team of 3. But you did came back in team of 3. And you hear
Yay!
from this whole the conscripta. You have all passed the test for joining recruits and gaining the recruits rank inside the Cerberus assembly. Congratulations.
Yes!
Hey.
I'm squeezing like my clothes to like wring out the water.
Oh, please. And you see that the prestidigitation, you're dry.
Thank you.
You did
you,
repair
John.
my robes a bit earlier. It was the least I could do.
Thank you.
And on this, everybody, please let the other proceed for the others. And you see, like, the other students or other challengers looking at you, wounds for Vess, like, oh shit, if
looks
she
at
got
them and
hurt,
she's like,
if she got hurt, what will be looking like? You see the wizard and like his.
Don't worry, it wasn't all that hard, actually.
"You'll do great."
Thank you. And after that, you're moving aside of the red circle. I think it's the right time to end tonight's session. And we're following up with the full group. When that's not going to be in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we have 2 gentlemen that will be joining the Marvel's crew, but they will be their own little team, their little duo on their side for the Game Zero. And for any calls, there's nothing on next Tuesday. But next Thursday, there's the Insurrection, the Dawn of Rebellion, Star Wars game that we're doing now on Thursday in French at 7:30. And stay tuned. I don't think that Dr. Cultis is our droid that like violence, and Solon Gale, that was there a bit earlier, was our Jedi that is quick drawing too soon the lightsaber. But for that, no other special announcements. Be there with in 2 weeks to see our 2 other members, and with our little crew of 3 here, we'll be seeing each other in a month. But let's do our little roundtable on how did you appreciate the game, and we'll start with our zombie that came back to life. The meaning that you're not in the current campaign, but you're still Vivian. How did you like it?
Great. I mean, I almost died, so that was great. I mean, that's one way to make an impression, right?
Skull fracture.
Skull fracture. I mean, that hit a little close to home, but no, I had a lot of fun. I like how like it's super awkward, but yet kind of endearing right from the bat. Also, I get the feeling that there's more to this dynamic that we're gonna unravel because there's already little like crumbs of quirks of our character that are coming out. So like this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Let's follow up with Harry. Ravna. Zombie.
I mean, my sentiment's pretty much the same. As always, I had a super good time. It was great also getting to play with Viv because we've never played before. I've watched you on Mange Mar, but like that's pretty much it. And yeah, as you mentioned, lovely little dynamic. I've played with Kavi before, and somehow he always ends up the mom friend, which I think is hilarious. And yeah, I love Vess's kind of like laid back, slightly sarcastic attitude as well, and I really can't wait to see how this will all mesh together.
Yeah, this is great, and nice thinking with the illusion disguise
You
self
know
of these
me,
things.
you know me. I like to pull off bullshit in my D&D.
It,
So.
it works. It fucking works.
Yeah.
So
And
smart.
let's end up with our newcomer to the channel, Kaveh. How do you like playing your old grandma, the athletic
Uh,
old grandma?
Yeah.
Action grandma on the scene. Yeah, very immersive and in character when you're desperate to survive, I guess. Uh, that was a fun combat encounter. Challenging. Like we treaded that little line of adrenaline where we're like, is everything gonna fall apart? But we still like through the jaws of defeat reach like survival. So that was really fun. It was as far as like the things you've done to like put us in this context and forcing our hands to cooperate. I think you did a fun job, and I'm curious to see how this unexpected trio is going to like bond together and how we're gonna bond with the other two players. I'm eager to meet them as well.
Yep, that's true. And that will be the thing up because the no, not no spoilers, no spoilers. But edgelords.
All the edge.
All the edge for that. And let's see if there's anyone. I know that we rated DM Acrobat last time. Over here.
We could raid Critical Role.
And be in the 7.2k.
Yeah, exactly. And it's only 28 minutes in too.
Here, Pathfinder 2 Dark Archive one shot. Let's see if I have another. All right. So let's go for this Scarlet here. All right.
Now I'm curious, the death save, did you roll positive or negative?
It was positive. It was a 12.
Cool.
Session 0 TPK. Let's go.
Murdering people. Well, I counterspell the resurrection and healing spells, so before.
Yeah, you did.
They are facing enemies with high intel, Cave. Don't look at me like that.
Listen, I am reiterating my question about where did the players hurt you?
High
I'm
intel
teasing.
BBGs
Yeah.
counterspell healing because they don't want people to come back.
Yep. No, that's true. Good call.
But with that, we'll raid Scarlet 64 running the one shot of Pathfinder 2 and spreading the love. Go spam the Shirai emotes, that is the raid button if you have it. So thank you all for being with us. See you next Thursday for Insurrection for Star Wars. And thank you for me. We love you very much. And as we say, well, don't forget on Sunday, go see the Oddities in chat.
Oh, we won't
no
be having a
oddities.
session this Sunday. Yeah, unfortunately, we've had to cancel it.
Fine. Then remember then that.
We do have VODs though.
True.
So if
Go
you want
watch
to
the
catch up on
VODs
old
anytime.
sessions, yeah.
And with this, may your fumbles become epic stories. Ciao, peeps. See ya.
Ciao.
Yahoo!